Java string also allows to use concatenation of strings using operator plus and operator plus equal. So let's do a demonstration of, or the possibility of this, using the client code first. So we just say that what we should be able to accomplish is that just like in Java, we can say hello equals something plus something, and as long as this can be converted to a string plus another string, we should be able to do concatenation using the plus sign. So this is beneficial to the user. Of course, we already have concatenation function that works inside the string class, so this should be trivial to implement. And the second version of this concatenation is that the concatenation is made in place. Basically, we'd like to do the same thing. We would like to take one string, concatenate it with another string, throw away the old version of the string, and instantly replace it with the brand new version of the string. So this is another version of concatenation using plus equal. Okay, so basically what happens is that in this second version of the string, what we have is that the string exists, right? So this is like left-hand side string, so it exists. And then there is also the right-hand side string, which is here, which we will construct the string from. And so this is another string, like this. And then we want to be able to concatenate them together. Of course, the concatenated version will look like these two strings put together, like this, okay, one next to each other. And then we want to basically deallocate this memory, return it back to the system, and point this dynamically to the new string in place. So that's sort of like instant replacement of the old string with the new one, the concatenated version. So this is what this plus and plus equal possibilities might be. So we're going to do all of this and then display the result. So first of all, let's implement the concatenation operator, the first operator, plus. Okay, so we can take a prototype of this, and this will be just one more overloaded operator. We are going to cover operator overloading rules and discussion in our next series of videos. But right now is just informally, this is how it works. So this is the idea that when we use this plus operator, C++ compiler realizes that this is a string object. This is a C style string, but we have a constructor that takes C style string. So it will be, essentially will try to find matching plus operator that involves strings, and it will likely find this function that says operator plus. This is a strange name for a function, but it takes references to string as left hand side and right hand side. So then the next step, the compiler will attempt to construct string from this C style string. It will be able to find constructor, the corresponding constructor in string.h in our declaration of our string, and so therefore this string object will be constructed, and it will be used as the left hand side object. Okay, and then there will be the right hand side object, hello, which already exists, and of course it will be used as the right hand side. So then we can implement whatever this operator plus function does, and it basically will concatenate these two strings together like this, construct new string from them, and it will just return a copy of this brand new string. And we will replace the old hello with new version of hello from here. So that's the plan. So let's take a look at the possible implementation for this operator. And because we have concatenation function already present in our class, it becomes just really very trivial idea. Essentially, we just say, okay, we have this left thing and this right thing, and they're giving to us as constant references left and right, but they're both strings, so we can perfectly rely on concatenation function which already exists. So we say left concatenated with right, this will construct brand new object, and we just return it back to the caller. So that's the first version of overloaded operator, which does concatenation of strings. And that's what Java allows us to do. So we can do the same thing in C++ by designing our own version of this operator. So the second version of concatenation available in Java is going to be slightly more complicated, but it's not really that difficult to follow. In fact, I just realized that this implementation really does not belong to the header file. This is the header file. I should have placed this code right here at the bottom of our implementation file. Right? So here we only have the declaration of operator, and this is the definition of operator plus. So now let's move on to this second version, and first let's place a declaration. Because assignment requires L value, modifiable left-hand side value to function, the rule is that this operator has to be implemented as a member function of the class. So I'm adding this operator plus equals declaration inside class string, the body of our class. And so this is now moving on to the implementation. So let's just move this side by side, and so this is operator plus, which has this very simple implementation. And now let's add operator plus equals at the bottom of this, and its implementation we need to discuss a little bit in more detail. So here we're dealing with two strings. First of all, the string on the left hand side and on the right hand side, and this string will be the object for which this operator plus is going to be invoked as a member function, because remember we made this operator plus equal a member function of class string. So for this hello, this operator plus equal will be invoked. And here the first thing we calculate is the size of the new string. So we just need to concatenate them. So we take the length of our string plus the length of another string. Okay, so basically length of this string plus the length of another string. And we allocate brand new block of characters with this length. So then I am going to use string copy from C standard library to first to move the content of our string over to the new string, brand new allocated string, and then append the second string to it by saying ptemp plus the current string, and from this new position we're going to add or append the second string. So this will complete the concatenation of both strings. Then we need to remove the old content of hello of the left hand side string for which this operator member function is invoked. So we check whether it holds or owns its dynamic memory, and we delete it. Okay, so we return it back to the operating system, and now just set a new pointer to the new memory, and refresh string view by assigning it the new location of the string to point to. So the string view is being adjusted for to use this dynamically allocated string. So this is how this operator plus equal works. So let's take a look at the result. So let's again build what we have and run it. And so here, those were my attempts to basically append this sort of prefix OK with a comma and space. So this appears to be now in front of the old version of the string. And then see you later, this other, like a suffix that I added using plus equal is now added right here at the tail of the string. So this is just being modified to something like this, and this is the new version of hello, of course. Again, I would encourage you to continue using your own experiments. Just basically expand this experimentation, expand it by more attempts to modify your strings, and see if everything comes out okay when you test your code.